Greetings, everyone. Trust that you're doing well. As you join the broadcast, please indicate whether you can see and you can also hear clearly. I'm here in a place called Nycadact, which you saw some of you if you were on certain social media pages, you would have noticed persons who are paddling in a boat in here yesterday, a little floating device. That's because of the excessive flooding that Nycadact experienced. As you join, let me know whether you can see and hear me clearly, please. I came to show you something, and this is merely my responsibility to address certain key issue areas or areas of concern of mine as it relates to governance in Guyana in general. So as you join here, I'll be driving around, so you'll hear some noise from the truck, but that's fine. It's clear. Thank you so much, Gil. That's the machine. Now you can see trucks are driving up there on the dike. That's called the dike. See where those trucks are? I want to give you a sense of what the people who live in Nycadact experience. So you have almost 25 to 30 feet elevation over there. Do you see that? As you join, I just want to go straight to showing you what's happening here in Linden. So atop this dike, within that area, there's sometimes water would run from there. There used to be a pond, a tailings pond in there at one point. So imagine living in this basin here. See that? This is Nycadact. That's the playground where you see people. Yesterday it was full of water. Okay. Take a look. Surrounding Nycadact up here. See where the machine is? The machine is below the dike, by the way. Can you see that clearly? Just let me know whether you're seeing clearly. See this machine here, the long boom? Okay, so here's my question to Egil. Why now one Egil? And this would make some of your lackeys very upset, and maybe you, but you cannot refute the truth. At no time can you refute what I say to you. No time at all. Millions of dollars would have been set aside, and you came to Linden, of course, the thing with gospel, wherever you're in the radio station, making yourself what you typically are, and there you are trying to give the impression that you are doing something so important, so significant, and critical to Linden's well-being. But look, why do you have this machine working here today then? You know why? Because these machines, many of them, I think this one, if I'm not mistaken, would have been down the road. Or this may be both. No, then maybe the NDC's machine, the RDC's machine. Or maybe Sherry 5's machine. Look at Sherry 5's. Anyway, these machines were down the road, many of them, clearing so many areas. Because that's where the heart of your let me show my face with this one. I want you to look at my face and talk to it. These machines have been down the road, clearing where the independence celebration would have been had, and wherever Irfan has to go, apparently. Y'all ensure that it's cleared. And you talk about Barnum, you are Barnum on steroids. Because you ensure that wherever Ali had to pass and Jagdio, you ensure it's clear. That was the mentality back in Barnum's day. When Mr. President is coming, come the president, come a leader, they scatter it to clear the roadways so that he would not have an impression that things are nasty. What's the difference between Barnum and y'all? In reference to how you try to sell the narrative, how you try to sell the story. Because that's exactly what people had to do. What makes you different? So wherever Ali had to go, you rushed there and you try to make preparation. Now what happened? Now what has happened? You were caught, as they say, with your pants down. Because the rains came heavily for a few hours. And the areas that you refused to have maintained for over a year or far more than a year, those came to bite you all. So the people in Nycadact, their area was flooded because you never came here to fix. This is important to you all until it's flooded. Mackenzie was still flooded because what you all don't understand is that there are so many connections and connecting areas in Linden, it would blow your mind. You have to understand from the old school people. Ask my father and other people. They lived there for years. They understand exactly what obtains when it comes to drainage in Linden. You don't play with this community like that. So you put on your show, you try to make a good impression. Yeah, clear here. And I know how the bats. Oh boy. I'll answer that call. Are we back? Somebody try to call me. Is the sound still fine? It's good. So Nikadak, this area here, was flooded. So here you have the machine working now. Let me zoom in and show you the machine. This machine is hard at work. Thank you, Brother RB. I appreciate it, my brother. I'm still on the job. You see that? You see up there? That's the dike. Through the bushes, I'm trying to show you. Take my window down. Up there, way up there, that's the top of the dike here. Where the trucks are driving on. You come down, that's about 10, 20, maybe 30 feet to where I'm here. So if you look at what's going on here above your head and you live in Nikadak, these people can't be playing with y'all. Now, what did they do back in the day? Where you see this machine digging, they surrounded Nikadak with trenches. And I'll drive and show you some of them. So the waterways cut through Nikadak. So that once it begins to rain, the water has a way out. These, let me tell my thing. These creatures of the night refused to do the most basic things. So I'm getting out to the truck now. Take a little walk and show you. Just pull this big vehicle over in the corner. I hope nobody wants to get out of the yard by the time I leave here. All right, let me show you. Simple things happen in Nikadak, right? So I'm outside now. You see here? Look here. See these little these little drains here? All of this is connected. Look at that. See here? But there's a cutoff bit here, right? See that? So any water coming down from that dike, now you're in problems. Because it runs straight to that trench, that canal, and it has nowhere to go. So it'll come out onto the road. But let me show you something. See all of this? This is not down the road, so they didn't clear this. Look. These are supposed to be gutters here, with concrete inside. Do you see that? Look at Nikadak. Let me tell you why Nikadak flooded yesterday. Because they wouldn't repair it. NDC, or the RDC, the Regional Democratic Council, and Ministry of Works and stuff. No, they don't have time with this, because this is not, Ali isn't coming here. All right? Ali isn't coming through, so you don't have to pay attention to this. So that's why Nikadak is flooded. I'm going to show you what happened. You see this? Even today, they won't clear it. Because they're trying to do the big work now, because it's a problem. So whoever gets millions of dollars to have their machine out there, they're going to do that. But you won't find people with space clear out here. So they leave this. When water comes, there's no path. May I inform you that the water from Nikadak is supposed to go straight out to the river. Okay? The water from Nikadak is supposed to go straight out to the river. Nowhere else. That's how it was made to function. The water from Nikadak, because this is a basin I'm in. Those who wish me happy birthday, thank you so much. I'm 50 years old today. So I'm an old man, old enough to talk. That's why I'm scared of anybody. Look at this. And this is one of many. See that? So the dike is there. See how high that is? The dike is up there, above the people's house. I want you to understand what's happening here. Look at the watermark on these people's house here. Notice that? That's how high the water was. See that? Then the water's receded, but you see the evidence. Look at how high the water was yesterday. So anything down there, that was it. Any furniture, that's it. I just want you to see. All of these little tracks are gutters that are supposed to lead all the way out to the river. There's a reason why it was made that way years ago, because it helps to drain Nycadac. Nycadac is a basin. You don't play with this flooding. Nycadac is a very, very serious place, and that's why years ago, when I lived in Linden and stuff like that, decades ago, Nycadac never flooded. Now swallow that PPP. It never flooded. And you need to understand why. Anything you put your hand on, whenever you get into office and start doing certain things, it goes downhill. You all can't manage even a Polaris stand. I told you that before. You're greedy, gluttonous people. So the only time you do anything is that if it benefits your friends, that's when you make it happen for them. You don't do anything for people. So the water has receded because yesterday they were digging, and they still are digging everywhere, trying to solve the problem. That's the attitude of these people. All right? Somebody said Lauren Paris lost everything in the bottom flat. There you go. So I'm going to drive and show you some other places here, some other waterways, and why we have the problem we have. I'll show you all evidence. That's why I came to do this afternoon, to show you evidence of neglect by this administration, the Regional Democratic Council. I'll show you neglect by the Mayor and Town Council, and why we are in the state we are. That's my purpose. That's my assignment today, to show you all. So because Nycadac came in the news, Nycadac, of course, the flooding situation went viral, they're ashamed now. So they have this machine clearing like crazy, and of course, Janelle Bowen, I think, she lives in Nycadac too. The former PPP town clerk. So they have to do something. They don't want to be embarrassed, because she was directly affected by this. What I also want while I'm here is for those who, the young men who keep ferry and stuff, I want you to please have the young men gathered to show how much the PPP did and how quickly then floods after they did all they did. Help us out. Gather my brother. you know me, you and I cool. So get them together, Keith, and let them come and see how the PPP is doing so much for the town that it floods within 2 hours. And then let them tell you that it has never happened before. All right? So gather the PPP goons again and let them come forward and say, the PPP do so much for we. We care. They do more than happening at sea, and you flood within 2 hours. When this community Linden never had floods, never. On the Fobbs, Burnham, Linden never used to flood. And we didn't have oil money, and we never used to flood. That's a fact. Under Desmond Hoyt, we didn't have oil money, and Linden never used to have flooding issues because they had to clear the drains. Especially with Burnham, because he loved this town so much. But under your criminal clan, so I'm showing you Nycadac because some of you may be wondering if people are still underwater and stuff like that. No. The water has receded, but you have evidence of neglect, because now you see the machine working to clear or create what is already, well, not create, but recreate what was already there. By the way, the big trucks with stone and stuff, they're not using the Nycadac bypass road this at the back anymore because of how bad it is. So that's another problem now, because the trucks are now going to use the Casarina Drive road, and of course, that'll be broken up in a few days, because nothing the PP makes can last with more than a year when it comes to road work done. So let me show you another part of Nycadac. I took a drive here. I came to bring evidence to you all now. Look. Look at evidence here. See how fresh this is? Yesterday they were cutting and digging like mad. Look. Let me show you evidence, man. Look. I came to show you the evidence. Who can see that? Yeah, take a look. This is funny. Instead of going to Mackenzie and working, you see that? You see where they are now? Now they're trying to clear this here in Nycadac. See what's going on here with us? Right? See what's going on here? Now they're paying the people to work. I want you all to see the evidence. They didn't take care of this for independence because it didn't count. Ali wasn't coming here, so Ali don't have to see this. I tell you again, you're Burnham on steroids. That's what you are. you are a million times worse than Forbes Burnham because DC and Street was done right. You sick, wicked people. You neglect this area here. You won't do anything to it. But because of the embarrassment you faced yesterday, now people are in the bush cutting and trying to clear the drains because Nikadak is a basin. I keep saying to y'all, it floods very quickly if it has drainage issues. Let me show you again. Look, another part. Look. Let me show how powerful the minds of those who are in the bauxite industry then would have been. You have this canal here connected to this one here. Nikadak has got so many outlets connected here, right? See that? Over there, connected. Let me walk on and show you. I see a truck trying to traverse here. At least one truck is trying to use the road, obey what they said that you shouldn't drive the front road. Look, see this here? This is connected as well. There is an interconnection of drains when it comes to Nikadak. So if you fail to keep one clean or clear, look. So they're now trying to do what people advise them to do all along, that you can't have certain drains in Linden unkempt. They must be maintained. If you fail to keep them clear, you're going to have a problem. We said this for years, but of course when we talk, everything's politics. So is this political too, Jagdeo? Yes, it is, because it comes under governance. I'm out there to show you all the hardcore evidence. The hardcore evidence of why Nikadak flood and will flood again if it rains tonight. Because they're still trying to get the gutters clear. And the trenches cleared. So if you know that you have a dike that is standing at least 10 or 5 feet above people's houses, huh? If you know what a dike is? A dike is a body that prevents or prevents water or keeps water behind it. If you have a dike that's about 5 feet above people's house or so, why would you, in your bright senses, not ensure that wherever the dike has to drain, you take care of it? No, because that is not the heart of Mackenzie. You don't have NCN cameras there going to show people that Ali is walking there and Jaggi is greeting the people and their goons and their lackeys, their puppy dogs behind them. Nope. You wouldn't do that. So you leave certain areas neglected. And when you're embarrassed now, because they're just boasted about how much you've done for the community, and I'm sure they paid those young men to have something to say. Now what? Machines all around trying to rescue Nikadak, because if it rains tomorrow, fortunately it isn't raining now, but if it rains heavily again as it did before, this place is in trouble because the drains are still blocked. The machine will come in to activate this side. Let me show you. They tried over here. See, they did some work on this side. But they haven't cleared over there. So the water in Nikadak goes and it loops interfaces canal and then it makes its way out. This place has a major connection. And so if you're not careful, when it rains, trouble. Thank you for joining the broadcast. We're showing you, or I'm showing you, why we have the issues we have in Nikadak. Because the world needs to see how the PPP functions. And just so you won't criticize Forbes Burnham and talk all you're talking, you do know you are worse than he is. And that's what I made to show the world. Because unlike many in the PNC, I'm not afraid to call Burnham's name. Burnham is a great man. So this is what we call the Nyqueduct bypass road. Here this is called a fair weather road. Or in Ghana it's a dry weather road. Okay? This road was created, by the way back in the day, for heavy machinery and trucks to use, and they were not allowed to drive on Casarina Drive, which is the front road. Now, of course, trucks are using the road by the school, and they say to come around here because you can't use GRA road. Since GRA road will fall to pieces if trucks drive on it. Can you imagine you building roads in Ghana the trucks can't drive on? For $50+ million? A little strip of road and truck can't drive in it because the road fall apart. So look at what the truck is going through. I can't take mine up there. But I want to show you all what is happening with Nyqueduct bypass. Because this road began to break apart as well yesterday. Alright? Because look, you have no camber. I don't remember to all that. I said this road here needs to have camber, which is, it was made for that. The water would run off the side. They grade it, and that's both sides. Because both sides are not set. These Chinese are allowed to come into your country and do what they want. Both sides are another one. Look how the road is falling apart. Because they're not allowing the water, thank you, exactly, Theodore. They're not allowing the water to drain off this road properly. Both side group. Nobody's demanding anything of these people anymore. Look. See that? Look here. So the water is running here because it's supposed to run off the road. Look what we call the barranca. See the side here? There's no camber. Those are supposed to run down like that, and they know it better. Any machine operator know that. They have to cut the roadside so the water can run down and drain off. Look here. Let me show you all evidence, man. So this water here, let me show you something this road, because the water is settling on the road. This never used to happen in my father's day. Never happened back in the day. And even Sam, you know better. Because you work for the bauxite company, you know I'm telling you the truth, Sam. Look at these craters now created in this road. Because they refuse to simply cut the side of the road properly. Alright? So the water could run off. Look at easy, buddy. Look at my skin. Look at that. So now Edgel is going to give somebody a contract, one of the PPP friends, to fill this with stone. Millions of dollars now. Look at this. Look at the road that's broken apart. So that's why the trucks have begun to use. That's why the trucks are now using the GRA road in front. This was a pool yesterday. They came, I'm showing you all evidence. They came and they cut a little track here. See that? Cut a little gut here because this was flooded yesterday. And they began to cut away at the other side of the road. Yeah, Jill, you have to hate me, boy, because I come with evidence to y'all. You're too wicked. You people are too wicked. Arrest me for saying that you're wicked. That's how I feel. Wicked speaks to how you conduct yourself in reference to the governance of this nation. Send the police to me. Look here. See that? Now, let me show you something. Let me give you a hint as to what the problem we have with Nyqueduct, right? I'm going to show you something right now. And let me come back here. Take a look at this. You see this water? You see it's stagnant, right? You notice that? It's barely moving. Basically stagnant. Take careful note of this. This is Nyqueduct. Look, the house in Nyqueduct. Facebook tried to... Somebody interrupted my broadcast just now. Can you see this? Do you see this? Do you see the water here? If you look here, it's not moving, right? That's Nyqueduct right here. Now, let me show you. Because if there's one thing an engineer needs to understand is why things happen. That's the main thing. Why did it happen? Look over here. Do you see water moving over here now, right? Do you see that? Do you notice that? So look at that. Where the houses are in Nyqueduct, I will walk a little bit and show you. Where the houses are in Nyqueduct, And there's a main canal around Nycadac. The main feeder that goes out to the river. All right? Take a look. Do you see that? That's a house in Nycadac here. The water is barely moving. If it actually is almost stagnant right now. Where the houses are. That's Nycadac here. That was flooded yesterday with swampers. There's an inner canal and there's the outer one. Okay? Stagnant. Water isn't moving. Look on this side. So that's why we have the issue. Major issues will occur in here. That's the railroad side, exactly, Theodore. So the side with the railroad, where you have Watuka on the other side, this is draining. The side where you have Nycadac, where the houses are in a basin, the water is not getting out of there. So they send the machine out to try to cut as many places as they can, okay? So that they can at least try to get some water to run out. Look at what we're dealing with here in Guyana. So you are seeing right here that you have a problem. And you have a major crisis on your hand because at the end of the day, the water cannot move freely on the side where Nycadac is. And if the water can't move freely, then you have a major problem. Look at the side of this road. The water can't run off the road, so look what you have here. This was a pond yesterday. This was really, really bad. And they came, of course, and they're rushing to cut everywhere to solve the problem. If you see both side people and all that who were out yesterday, because Nycadac was underwater. Let me show you my face. They were out by the tens yesterday because places were flooded. That's when they have an interest in your community. When the place is flooded, there's an emergency. Instead of preparing beforehand. So some of y'all say, how do you blame the government for this? Well, I'm telling you how. Instead of preparing beforehand, common sense. You're in the rainy season. You were told before, since last year, that in May, more to the middle of May and at June or so, you'll have excessive rainfall. You think people be curious about that? No. Let me see how far this I can get. They were told, they can't say they didn't know. They were told by Hydromet people, you will have excessive rainfall. They did absolutely nothing. So those who want to suggest that this just happened and popped up on them and it's just a flat for them and I'm being extreme, think again. Because I know this area. I live in this area. So I know exactly what I'm talking to you all about. So I'll take you and show you another connection, as I said, because Nycadac is connected by many, many, many waterways. And when this community was developed, the people, they knew that there are certain problems that that they had to address in Naikoda. Alright, so I'm turning around. Give me a second. If you don't train Naikoda properly, it will backfire on you every time. If you fail to maintain this area, you'll be in trouble. Major trouble. So take a look at what's happening here with Naikoda. I'm in the back road, the bypass road. So let me take to another section to show you what happened. I haven't gone into Karakara and so on yet, because I'm taking this not a one day you run outside and you say, okay, then yeah, there's flooding. I want to show you, and I want to also make it clear to you. Even worse is the fact that Deron Adams and the Regional Democratic Council, I have records of this and I'll share it publicly as well. Since 2021, 22, 23, they made provisions, even in meetings with Dwight John, they made it known that they have to have drains wherever you're building new roads. I tell you what, I can't say you don't have to drain anywhere. I can't say Linden doesn't need any drain in terms of water and stuff like that. No, wherever you have sand, you don't have to drain anywhere. Because I guess when water begins to move, sand stays stable. That's what you get. So I'm going to take it to show you where Naikoda is supposed, the water is supposed to be moving to head down to the river, because everything about Naikoda is getting to the river. When it comes to drainage, you have to get it out to the river. If you don't get out to the river, you have a problem. Can you say you don't need any drain? Can you hear you ain't see on the broadcast, man? Can you see you need no drain? Maybe just Mackenzie, but other places you need drain. So when water runs off a hard surface like the road, where would it go? The councillors made every effort. Thank you, somebody said it up to my phone. Thank you so much. I'm grateful. Y'all need to see this section here because this is a disaster waiting to happen. Let me show y'all. This is a disaster if it only rains heavily tonight. Let me show you how they're solving your problems now. Take a look at this here, Jill. I want you to see this. You see that? Look at this. This right here is a disaster waiting to happen. They try to create a system, and I'll show you why. Look at this. You saw this water is raging here and eating into that land? Take a look. Now, this is Phase Rush side. This is where I live. This is where the water, I see so fast the water is moving over here. Look at that. See, I just cut away a tree, a plant. Look at that. Just broke a plant off. Look at the plant moving here. Right there. See what's happening in this water here? Okay. They have to try and create an outflow. Because over here got flooded. Look at this. So they dropped this tube in yesterday. These things they couldn't do before. They didn't have money before Dwight John. But let me show you something. Let me show you up here. Can you see that? That water comes down from Richmond Hill and all that and gathers right here. So if you don't deal with this right here, Watuka would have had it next. Because Watuka is another basin. Can you all see that? I've elevated the phone and I'm shouting. Did you see that? So if they didn't deal with this, I'm going to walk around the corner and show you all. You don't try to recreate this. The older men had this thing functioning perfectly. And everybody decided to build house and do all kind of stuff and affect the outflow here. Look. We used to come swimming at the back here. Over there. All filled up. See here? The water on this section has no... That's a dike up there, by the way. See, they bring another machine here. I'm showing you evidence. I'm showing you evidence. Look, another machine here because they had to build this little dam here to catch the water from over there. To make it flow here. But look at the Nycadag side. You don't have this happening in Nycadag. So the water in Nycadag is barely moving because they didn't do this in Nycadag. I want to show you all evidence. How it work don't work for me. Because they had to rush to try and solve problems yesterday. That's the dike where you see the truck is. That's the dike up there where the truck is passing. Right? Look at this, look at this, look at this. I can't drive home through here at the Nycadag bypass road because this has become a low point. Look at that, look. So if it rains tonight, this water here is going to collect in the road, wash the road away down into here. This swamp here, this somebody's house lot, by the way. Believe it or not. So they give this, I think there's a house lot here. So can you imagine when this person builds this up, concrete the yard, where the water go? I think the house lot, I noticed it the other day. So where will the water go if you give somebody this house lot right here? Where does the water escape? That's Nycadag behind, that's Nycadag on this side. That's Nycadag over here. This is Nycadag. And do you notice what's happening here? The water can't go anywhere. Or there's a truck coming here. Look at that. Look at this road. Right? Look what people have to deal with in this road. Yeah, brother. Look, I'll take you to one more location before I end the broadcast. So when you talk about Nycadag flooding and rest of it and people in boats, they need to tell you exactly what happened. I'm showing you all again. I'm showing you again. If it rains heavily tonight, all of this right here more than likely to be washed away. This water, if it rises in here, will come over the road. All of these areas here, Theodore, tell them. Let me tell them. All of these areas here were connected by well, they didn't have tubes back in the day. They built wooden culverts on the ground. All of these areas were connected. And they headed straight out to the river by Watuka. They had a creek by where I'm living. They had one where Selwyn lives. They were interconnected. And out to the river. People became knowledgeable. Why is it that the engineers are full? And they decided to just block up everything. Block up what we want to block up. Build a house so you want to build a house. Block up the canals, everything, and just live. That's why Nycadag is underwater. Or would have been underwater. You get mad at me all you want. Look at this PPP butt liquor here, Jimmy, Marlon, Tommy. A troll, of course. All those places will be fixed. Just humble. Oh, you calm now? You're trying to be nice today. Don't be nice today, man. Say I'm a madman, say I'm crazy, say my head ain't good and stuff like that. Don't try to be nice because you're under pressure now. Come but look at Tommy. Don't try to speak decently. Just be humble and no. Show the world how stupid your administration is. You can't even run a cake shop. We have major issues to deal with here. That can't be resolved by just everybody just say, yeah, let's dig here, let's put his, because what you're going to do now, you're going to create more problems in this area. So when you think you're solving a problem by creating digging a little area and put a tubing in, you're creating more issues. Because Nycadag will be flooded. And you're very lucky if Watuka doesn't get in trouble. I mean, living in Highland, so The most happens water would run from Richmond Hill and pass through my area. To already destroy my bridge and stuff, I had to spend over $500,000 to fix it back. Because the RDC said they were supposed to fix it. Of course, you know, Dwight Yard. Money isn't there, and they blocked a major tube or connection by my area and caused the water to be diverted to my side. Wash away my bridge, break it up. My vehicle always fell into the water. They don't care. So when you see me start talking in a certain manner, I have had my experience with the PVP. They are wicked, devious, envious, sick-minded people. And I have evidence to show that contact people have a problem. And it's not my fault. They change I told you all again, when you go touch one side of certain roads in this community, especially Richmond Hill, Nikadak, Fraser, Sutuka, you gotta know what you're doing. When you affect one area, when you touch one area, it affects so many other interconnected parts. They shut off one of the tunnels by me. Before you know it, water started coming to my side when it was supposed to be distributed and heading down to the river. Wash away my whole bridge, under my bridge. Up until now, I'm dealing with the issue. So you see the water in Nikadak, it's stagnant. Let me show you. I just showed you the side of the phasers, right? Look, Nikadak. Do you see any movement here? You see anything moving here? This is Nikadak. Look at people's house right here in Nikadak. I'm back in Nikadak, by the way. Going through the city, the town again, the little village. Do you see any water moving here? Look at the men. Look how the men are standing in it. It's that shallow. There's a listen. Is there not a reason why the drains were there in the beginning? Y'all help me. I'll show my face till I get to where I'm going. Is there not a reason why the drains were there when these communities were developed? Just tell me, because I'm not smart as half of y'all. So you smart ones tell me, you bright ones tell me. Would there not have been a reason why drains were and networks of canals and so on would have been in this area? Huh? Y'all tell me and help me to understand, please, man. Why would they have all these canals and interconnected drains and canals and so on? Of course, I said they made culverts on the ground and these things. Why? Why? Huh? You know, you wait until there's a flood to send all these machines to try to solve the problem. We had sun. It was parched for months. Longer dry spells than usual. You did nothing to this area. Now in the heart of the rainy season, you try to do something. And what you're trying to solve, you rush to the big canals and trying to fix them. It doesn't work like that. Because the water has to have a way to make its way out of this inner part here, into the bigger canals that surround Nikadak, and then out to the river. They made it that way for a reason. And in most cases, what you can't see is trouble. Oh Lord, here comes Kevon. Kevon say, what's your point, boss man? I don't expect to get my point. Good? Theodore, please help Kevon Lormer. Kevon came to say, what's your point, boss man? Help him. Because Kevon, I can't relate to him. We don't reason on the same level. So this class is too advanced for Kevon, so I can't respond to you. And I'm saying that in all honesty. You don't make certain stupid decisions. You cannot tell me they make sense for you to go rush to Mackenzie where Ali would be, Jagdi would be, and try to clear drains. The drain by the main town council, I'll show that another day. The canal, I call it canal, by the main town council, they didn't clear it. And that's a main area for draining by sports club and those areas. Bulletwood Street, all those places. They didn't drain it because maybe Sharma House. So no, we're going to drain that. You left it. What do you think happened? Anything behind me? No, okay, good. Let me show y'all this one here. Take a look. Look one here. See this? Very important. It's stagnant again. This one is coming out of Nikadak now, connecting to those canals you see the boy trying to clear. Right here. See what happened here? It isn't moving. There's a drain right along where I'm driving here. Right here is a concrete drain. Behind the people's house is a canal. This is a concrete drain straight along this road on both sides. On both sides here, there's the concrete drains. Back in the day, they used to be seen. Now, you could walk across them. You want to know why Nakadak flooded? Because they had the people in Central Mackenzie. All right? They had the people in Central bringing on the live. No, you do your own live. Don't use my platform for any publicity. You talk to your 10 viewers that you got. Look here. Another one blocked up. Watch. Stagnant water. Here again. Stagnant water. See it? A little wider drain. Stagnant water. Where would the water go when it rains? Nowhere. So I'm coming out of Nikadak now. Over here, used to be concrete drains. Look at it. Lorma wants me to bring him on my broadcast. So I bring him on my broadcast for. Alright. We have major issues in this area. See the stagnant water over there? That's the dike we come. We fortunately ended the dike now. We can show that. We fortunately ended the dike. There used to be a library and then Linden Foundation Secondary was housed there temporarily. They had to condemn it because of flooding. All year round water is lodged in that area there. Because it comes straight up from the dike. See the local machine trying to push and repair the dike that was broken yesterday. Evidence is coming to you all now, man. Look at front and load trying to fix the dike. Alright, let me show you another one. Here's another one. Look here. See here? So all of the areas in Nikadak, the water is stagnant. You're not seeing water running out of Nikadak. Alright? You don't see water running out of Nikadak. Oh, y'all tell me, viewers, should I bring Kevon on here? Because he can't reason too well. And I really don't have the patience for it. But tell me if you want me to bring him. If you say yes, I'll bring him on the broadcast. Because I really don't have the temperance to nonsense. But if you all say yes, bring Kevon on the broadcast, I'll bring Kevon on the broadcast. So let's have a vote. I believe in the democratic way. But I think you want to have some airtime, so you can come and meet me at the back here. Somebody say no. Well, Kevon, you lose. I was going to give you your chance to have more than 10 viewers on your broadcast. But seems as if you lose today, boy. I can't handle the facts. That kind of bait don't work for me, man. Let me I can't handle the facts. Yeah, you handle the facts, I'm giving it to you now. Alright? If you want to talk, come and find me. I'm in the Nikadak. See where I am, look. I'm right here. That's the hospital over here, I'm right here. So you and the police can come and talk to me. Because you're scared of everybody. Look at this. Here again, they try to cut away so you could have some water run off the side of the road, look. You remember I showed you the other side, water is moving, look here. Do you see any water moving on this side with Nikadak? So what fact Kevin won't give me? The dike is up there, and there's no water flowing out of Nikadak at this moment properly. Because there's a whole lot of issues you have to face. They blocked off some major drain areas, and they got a problem. Hey, champ! Appreciate you, man. That's Deputy Mayor, I'm so thankful. Thank you. All right. We've got major issues to deal with over here. This is no joke. Take a look at this one. This is down to trickle. Look. Because what you saw earlier, it went across to by the Watuka guest house. But all this is supposed to help Nikadak to drain. And look. So Kevin won't come and give me facts. But I'm showing you. You notice you notice earlier I'm on the other side of the road, right? That's Nikadak over here. I'm on the other side over here. Look what happened here. Because the water you saw gushing down by Fraser side, it went under by the railway, the tramming station, right there, and over by the Watuka guest house, out. So you see what's happening here now? Look at the facts here. Trickling. So Nikadak doesn't have the flow like phase rust. You see what's happening now? because of the issues they created. Where would the water come out from Nikedak? I showed you where water is coming out of the phase rust. Look at Nikedak strength, the part because they put some canals and turn it. The water gone out by just before the hospital or after the hospital, depends on the direction you're going, just beside the Watuka guest house. Look at Nikedak side. So where is the water going? You have a big canal surrounding, all around Nikedak surrounded by trench. Where is the water going? That's what I want you to tell me. That's all the facts I want Lauren to bring to the table, or Akani or any one of y'all. Where is the water going? Let's bring the facts to the table, man. If you want to talk facts, let's talk facts. I showed you that from phase rust, the water is gushing out, it turned and it gone on the bay. Where you had the tramming station, the office for the railway station, in Linden, you know what I'm talking about. Heading across by Watuka Guest House, out to the river. Nikedak doesn't have that happening. That is the problem. So they're now bursting their head trying to figure out how do they drain Nikedak. And Nikedak, by the way, for those with common sense, is sitting just under the dike. Look at Nikedak side. Let me get another piece of wisdom now. This way called busy in here. This grass here, this weed, an aquatic plant called busy. Wherever you see this, water is normally stagnant. Normal said what I'm talking about. Right? If you want to find stagnant water to catch hassa, to catch patwa, huri, yarrow, look for busy. Do you see busy here? Now my degree is in environmental science, right? Right, Kevin? So there's not gaff here. My degree is in environmental sciences. So I'm telling you, I'm not guessing here. Wherever you see busy, the water is stagnant. This is an aquatic plant. So I want you to tell me here why you see busy on Nikedak side if water moving. Just explain to the people. Why do you have busy on Nikedak side if the water is moving? Look here. There's a little aquatic plant when you pop it to make popping sounds. So we used to use it when you go to catch fish. You try to make floats. So the fish, when the fish bite your line, you can see the fish is running with the line. All right? When you lose your float, you take two pieces of busy, put it together, and you make a cork. Look what's happening here. So this is Nikedak. I showed you phase rust. And my final bit of show and tell is the road. And I can promise you that Edgel is going to send somebody, because this road will come under Ministry of Public Works. They'll instruct somebody, more than likely an Indian person will get the contract. And they're going to get the contract so they can put asphalt on this, well, not asphalt, crusher on the road, maybe to the tune of 14, 20, or $25 million or more. I won't put my life on the line, but I put it very close to the line. Very close to being on the line. Right? Instead of ensuring that this road has the camber, hey brother, and the road is drained so water can run off the side. When it's graded, you drain it off the side. So this would happen to the road, water wouldn't gather here. If water gathered and the big trucks have to keep driving here, then you know what's going to happen. All right, you figure it out. Let me show you Nikedak side. Somebody please tell Kevin if the water is moving, because he doesn't see too well. How fast it's moving here. Look. Look at Nikedak water. So they're trying to cut, as they try to cut ways out, the water is trying to make a way to get to on the by the railway station there. Barely trying to move. You see the color of the water? Okay. And I'll come across the road on the other side. I'm not rushing through this process here in our community. I'm taking my time to show you all. Don't rush me here. Look at the other side. Do you see water moving going anywhere out here? So you have got a road here. Look at this condition. You've got a road here that they said trucks must use here, the bigger trucks. But look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing. They don't even have the decency to have a proper camber for water to cut off and run off the side of this road. An ordinary grader could do this. The ordinary grader can cut a camber for all this. Why do you think grass growing here? Because they're not cutting this, they're not allowing the water to run off the side of the road. This is basic. Kevin, you got some minutes to meet me in the back here, and I'm still here. But you know why they didn't do, you know why they didn't do anything with this road? Because I told you all, Irfan didn't have to come in the back here. And this wasn't part of the setting for local government, for independence celebration. So because this didn't form a part of the backdrop for the independence celebration, leave it alone. That's the reality in Guyana. Don't touch it, because Jagdeo wouldn't see that. And you all talk about Burnham. I say again, you are Burnham on steroids, y'all. 10 times worse, if you want to call him bad. Because I tell you again, this never happened on the Forbes Burnham. Kevin says out of the district, good. Then stay out of my business. Go on your broadcast and go. When you come in, come and talk to me when you reach it. We come and do a live together. Let me see how much sense you got. So as I drive, I'll take you to the point of the road where water gets trapped consistently. And they are now trying. But you see, I'm not a PPP crony. I'm not a PPP lackey. You can't buy me. You can't give me any little contract for me to keep quiet. So for that reason, you would not seek even the knowledge of one who lived in this area as a boy to tell all what's going on. Nope. I don't want any money from y'all. Because it's not your money you give me anyway. I'm here to speak because the people of Nikadak didn't have to go through this. So let's call it what it is. The people of Nikadak did not have to go through what they went through. This is neglect. So don't tell me garbage that, oh, you can't be in the PPP. I will. Because this happened because of glaring neglect. If they could find both size machines, 2 other excavators, I think one belongs to Sherry 5. I may be mistaken. But if you all can find all these machines now to try to solve Nikadak problem, it tells me that you know that you could have done it before. You just chose not to do it. That's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making. All of these issues you all have in Linden here, you could have solved it if you wanted to solve it. You didn't solve it. That's the point I'm making. So get mad all you want, but you still have to deal with me when you finish. So, let me just clean these cameras. You want to see me for a minute? All right. This didn't have to happen. This was not inevitable. It became inevitable because of neglect. And they're going to come here and say they're fixing this road and do the same thing again. Just grade it when it's dry, so truck can run smoothly. They don't care about the experience the drivers have and how these roads are dealt with. No. They don't care what happens when it rains, because they don't think that far. Well, let me correct myself. It is likely that somebody may say, listen, boss, we have to do X or whatever with this road, or when the trains have a problem and the boss say, boy, look, agent say, listen, leave it alone. Or do I join on them say, no man, left door. That's Guyana for y'all. Look at this, straight in the hole. Look at that. Can y'all see it? It's mad, man. A huge hole. I told y'all that tried cut drains out here yesterday. On the right, there, all there, water gets trapped in if you don't know. Because if you look straight ahead of this road, shoot straight ahead of this road here, You notice there's a grade here, right? Like a 1% grade. So let me show you Nyquedact again. You see water coming down from this road here? Will come straight down into Nyquedact. And it's happening on the side of the road. Can you see it? Can you all see it? These are what we call presenting facts, Lorimer. When it rains, water runs from the Washapan Road, down this road here, here, into Nyquedact. Now, can you imagine the water running down into Nyquedact? Water from the dike comes down into Nyquedact. Water from phases Finokefro goes into Nyquedact. Can you imagine what happens if water collects on all of these areas into one community that's a basin? Now, you all do the math. If you don't have drainage, proper drainage in Nyquedact, the drains aren't cleared properly, the trenches aren't dug, unless somebody get a little contract, oh, we got $6 million to get to somebody. Call Sherry or somebody. Listen, maybe they do that. I don't, or maybe the NDC's machine is used. Listen, my boyfriend or my man wants a little work. Or let him go dig a drain behind phasers. That's how it's done. There's no proper planning here. That's what Shama Salman spoke to. You all have no proper planning. You don't communicate with the RDC, you don't communicate with the council because you don't respect any one of them. Water from up here by the Hajjumet area, runs down into Nyquedact, down by GRA area. Look at the water running on the road now as I speak to y'all. And it didn't rain today. It is still making its way down here. This is what you call facts, Lorimer. But back in the day, Nyquedact never used to flood. You need to ask yourself why. How could it be that you have the same community with the same number of drains and it's now flooding? That don't tell you something had to happen that's unusual. It didn't come because of no rain yesterday alone. It came because of neglect. That's the point I want to make to y'all. It happened because of excessive and gross neglect. You know yesterday's story? All along here, where you see this man washing the road now from both sides, all along here there are major canals interconnecting here so the water could run out to the river. Under by GRA, we see LECI is, water used to go under there. Now it's flooded. When they were doing it, I told them, don't do this. You all have to have tubes. You can't just put 2 tubes under the road. There were at least 6 connections under that road. You think they listen to me? Now the road is flooded. From time rain, small GRA corner gets flooded. And I'm the bad guy. Norris King spoke about it. Other people told you, oh, you can't do it because we were born here. There's no guest game we playing with y'all. Our fathers are intricately involved in this community. And they know exactly what we're talking about. Y'all put copper tubes on the ground and fail to see that there's a huge tunnel that they made under there. Out of wood. It just collapsed over time. 2 little 12-inch tube y'all put on the ground there if possible. And think it solve a problem. What do you think will happen? All the water from the top here will go down there. Along the inner road, this road should be on the inside. They used to have drains or little channels cut through the side of the road. The Chinese made, Australians made this here and it had to be proper. All these are blocked. So water just rushes down Washapan Road. I'm on Washapan Road now. So you see what's happening. Show them in front, please. On Washapan Road now, this water rushes down behind me and ahead of me into Mackenzie. Where will the water go? Because the water is supposed to run off the side of the road and go into the Washapan. Where the water goes now? That's the old road inside there. It used to run down and collect it, head out by 5 Corner into the river. Where will the water go now? When you drive in Linden, tell me I'm lying. Water runs straight down this Washapan Road. A deluge. Straight down the hill. Because it has nowhere to go. And I've talked about this forever, ad nauseum. It is sickening and disgusting to see what these people are doing there. So the flooding that you saw didn't happen by chance. It happened because of neglect and improper planning. First of all, you need to know what are the main outflows in Linden. That's the first thing to know. What are the main ones? Once you identify the main ones, you have to tackle them. The one by the council where Sharma's office, it might be a Phil Sharma's office here again. You all didn't deal with that. So we expect to happen in Harder Mackenzie. Look here by trade school. This become a little gutter. This used to drain right out to the river. That's a little gutter now. What do you think will happen at 5 Corner? That's why 5 Corner begins to flood. Has begun to flood. And be flooded. Look. Let me show you. Look, man, take a look. This 5 Corner here. This supposed to drain out to the river. See that? Show them the other side, please. Because Jagdion and Ali came into Linden so quickly, it caught you all off guard. Too much rain. So that's what my grandmother called cascas walk. You just push it out and look, show them the concrete drains. You see here? Does Nikedock look like this? Because they rush and paid people to come and dig these drains out here when Ali was coming. Do you see this? Nikedock are drains like these now. Do you see that in Nikedock? Because I'm now in central Mackenzie. I'm in the heart of the town now. Where all the action was straight ahead Miss Mackenzie Sports Club. See the flags are still there? So they did, I'm sure I brought you here to show you something. They did all of this because this is where Ali and Jagdi will be. So you have to show your bosses and your masters and your handlers, your dog handlers. You have to show them, okay then, look we do, Ali, look we do boss. That's what it's called, Ali, boss. Look we do boss. So boss could say, yeah, pat in the back, say, good boy, good puppy, now. Take piece of bacon. That's the kind of life you morons are living. So you rush and do all of this. And it's still flooded because the main outflows you didn't deal with. Do you see Nikedock looking like this? So why was Nikedock flooded? Because of neglect. Nothing else. How do I know it's proof? Because they went yesterday with the machines and it's still there today, trying to solve the problem. I rest my case. Because you can't go up today with the machine and try to solve the problem if you didn't know that you created it. So you know exactly what the problem is. So you're breaking it and trying to solve it now. And see homeowners in Linden, please be mindful. When you're building things, don't just decide you just block some bridge or block some drain because you want to extend your yard and stuff. You don't do that. Because then create issues with other people. Alright? So with that said, I thank you for your time. And I'll see you again soon. I may go into Caracara next to show you the issues in there or Rainbow City in those places to see if the water's receded because I'm interested in what happens after. I need to know what happens afterwards as well. Not just, oh, it flooded and that's it. So I'll show you some other things in a bit. Do well and we'll talk.